So Seth Meyers apparently thinks it's really funny all the backlash that he received after having Blake Lively on his show. Hi, and welcome to Blossom Talk. I'm Kjersti Flaa, and here on my channel, I talk about my good and bad experiences in Hollywood and working as an entertainment reporter, and a lot about Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively's lawsuit. As you know, I am now officially a part of the lawsuit. I'm in the subpoena that Blake Lively's team sent to Wayfair and Justin Baldoni's team, and a part of the discovery. So yeah, stay tuned for more on that. Anyways, I just wanted to mention that one of you guys sent me this brilliant idea that I need to put bumper stickers in my Etsy store. So I did. So now you can get a bumper sticker for your car or wherever you want to put it saying, oh, congrats on your little bump, into oblivion, or I'm with the guy in the basement. Anyways, I think they're about $9 and a little bit of shipping. Head over there. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. Also, by demand from one of you guys who are pregnant and you wanted a t-shirt saying congrats on my little bump, I made that for you, so you can go and get it in the store as well. And of course, you guys, if there's anything you want on a bumper sticker or on a t-shirt, please let me know in the comment section. I will try my best to make it happen for you. So yes, thanks again for all your engagement. That really means a lot. Every time you comment on this channel, it gets a boost from YouTube, so that's really appreciative. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. So it's been a little over a week since Blake Lively went on Seth Meyers, and the backlash was humongous. She was going on his show pretending like, oh, I'm here on the victim. I'm talking for all victims. And, you know, it's been a rough year and blah, blah, blah. She was sitting there in a princess dress and everyone was like, why are you giving her a platform? So he closed the comment section on that video, which only has about 255,000 views, which is pretty low in comparison to how much people talked about that video. So people didn't actually go and watch it on his channel. I spoke a lot about the interview, and I also spoke about the backlash that he received, because since people couldn't comment on the actual video, everyone started commenting on other videos, and it exploded on all his social media platforms and so on. But this Thursday, thanks for sending me this, by the way. Some of you guys sent me this to make me aware that every Thursday, Seth Meyers have this week review of mistakes that he's made and things that have happened on his show. And he did address the Blake Lively interview. So he basically made a joke about it. He said that he came up with this long story on how one of his technicians on the show or something like that had an accident, spilled some coffee on the keyboard.
Sound bad. He goes, you don't understand, I flipped it from on to off. And I said, well, why did it even turn off? And he said, the comment section on the Blake Lively interview.
Okay, so Seth Meyers is trying to get away with this by blaming it on someone else, that they shut down the comment section.
We did manage to save those comments and print them out, and it's gonna be very cool. It's gonna be available in the NBC store. We're gonna print them out. It's gonna be a book, and the book's called A Polite Discourse About the News of the Day.
But he never addressed why that comment section was shut down and that he had any regrets whatsoever on putting her on his show. I'm sure he put her on his show because he wanted views, as simple as that, and he wanted to be the first host who had Blake Lively on as a guest since this scandal started, you know, unfolding. And she has been out and about, but she hasn't done any official interviews yet. And as you know, she said in the interview that she had a rough couple of years, but she couldn't really talk about it. But she could talk about, you know, how she is there representing every woman and she has a voice and blah, blah. And she's helping women and girls all over the world, being their voice for DV. And it didn't land well with basically anyone. Yeah, so he didn't address the fact that there were controversies. He's just like making a joke about it. Same kind of way that Ryan Reynolds would do, I guess, and what he did at SNL, just like joking about it. The thing is, if these allegations, which are serious allegations of SH, Why would people just keep making jokes about it? If she had actually been in a situation that she's explaining on that set of It Ends With Us, why would people make fun of it? Why would people make fun that she's receiving so much backlash and hate online? Because that's basically what Seth Meyers is doing. I don't think this was a great idea, but let me know what you think in the comment section if you think that he handled this in a good way. So next up, we'll see what happens here because Conan O'Brien has invited Ryan Reynolds to come on his show. I don't know what they're going to talk about. It's already been advertised on YouTube. It's a live or it's premiering on May 12th. And the comment section is still open, you guys. So go over there and speak your mind if you want to. There's already like 400 comments on it. And basically everyone's like, why do you have Ryan Reynolds on your show? Blah, blah, blah. So let's see now how long that comment section is going to stay open and how Conan O'Brien is going to deal with all this backlash, because it's got same thing is going to happen to him for hosting Ryan Reynolds. I'm sure people are not getting tired of speaking their mind on this issue. It was funny because I asked you guys how much you would pay to watch Blake Lively being grilled by Brian Friedman on Madison Square Garden. And your comments are so funny. Sometimes it makes me laugh. Someone said $10. Someone said 35, and I want 1,000. Someone would donate their kidney to watch her on that stage. That I think was like the #1 prize. That is amazing. And also some people would camp outside in line the night before to watch it. So thanks for sharing that. I love your ideas. You guys are so funny. Anyway, so now Taylor Swift has officially been subpoenaed and she is pissed off. A spokesperson for Swift was out and about, telling off Baldoni's team on why she has nothing to do with this and should not be subpoenaed at all. She's saying that Taylor Swift never set foot on the set of this movie. She was not involved in any casting or creative decisions. She did not score the film. She never saw an edit or made any notes on the film. She did not even see It Ends With Us until weeks after its public release, and was traveling around the globe during 2023 and 24, headlining the biggest tour in history. So, yes. And then the rep also says that the defendants continue to publicly intimidate, bully, shame, and attack women's rights and reputations, including in the past month seeking to strike down for all a powerful California victims' right law, calling it unconstitutional. The rep continues to say the disturbing actions by a billionaire, men who made their careers as female allies, and their team continue to show their true colors. How are they continuing to show their true colors? I feel this is really bad for Taylor Swift that her rep is attacking Baldoni's team like this, because now it seems like she's really on Team Blake here. Why would she do this? I don't get it. That's not a smart move. I understand that they want to keep Taylor Swift out of this and say that she had nothing to do with it. This is ridiculous. But attacking Baldoni's team for publicly intimidating, bully, shame, and attack women's rights and reputations, that's not what they're doing. And the rep says that the only connection Taylor Swift had to the movie was that she gave permission to use her song. Interestingly enough, someone sent me this, which I thought was a good point, so I'm going to read it up. She said that from this recent article, it doesn't sound like Taylor's camp. They're making statements that can easily be contradicted with known public receipts. Blake, on her press tour, her comments about Taylor Swift and how she was a part of everything. Isabella's press tour comments, that she was cast because Taylor Swift really liked her. And also Justin Baldoni's press tour comments and Blake's email messages to Sony, etc. Interesting, very good points. So yeah, but I don't know. It must be coming from her camp, though. I don't understand how anyone can go out and say that they're her rep without actually being her rep, but time will show. I just hope that we're going to see these depositions at one point. I was talking to Magnus about this yesterday, and he's like, they always leak. They always leak these things. Remember, I think it was Johnny Depp where someone said that they sat on their phone and whoops, someone sent an email like to someone. These things happens a lot. So let's hope someone sits on their phone so we can get to know what Taylor Swift is actually saying in this deposition. Another spokesperson for Blake Lively also came out on Friday saying that Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Sarowitz and his team continues to turn a case of SH and retaliation into entertainment for the tabloids. To witness Ms. Lively's deposition, to subpoena Taylor Swift, a woman who has given a voice to millions the world over, this is a very serious legal matter, not a Barnum and Bailey's circus. The defendants continue to publicly intimidate, bully, shame, and attack women's rights, blah, blah, blah. And the fact is that they're saying that they're doing this for entertainment when all Blake Lively is doing is trying to give us entertainment by showing up on every single red carpet there is that she's invited to. She's there. So I think if anyone is making this entertainment, it's Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, who actually went on SNL and made a joke about it. And of course, they're mentioning that he's wanting to sell tickets, but they didn't say that he wanted to give the revenue to DV victims. And the fact that they're saying that they're using their power, like a billionaire is always the billionaire, the billionaire. Remember, Taylor Swift is also a billionaire, and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, I don't know, they're probably billionaires too. So for them to say, to call other people billionaires as a bad word when they're billionaires themselves is like, yes, Taylor Swift is also a billionaire and she's using her power. And now she's using her power through her rep to throw shade at Justin Baldoni and everyone that supports him. Also, in the filings on Friday, Blake Lively's team is asking Justin Baldoni to justify the $400 million that he's suing them for. They're saying, show us documents that this is actually your financial loss from this lawsuit. And this is, and I do understand that they want to see why this is worth $400 million. That is a lot of money. But the fact is they sued like 12 people. So they need to put together all those 12 people and what they need to get in damages here. But I also agree that 400 million is just an insane amount of money. But I don't know what it means that they're actually already starting to ask them about the amount. I think it's probably that they want to do this so they can post this out in public to make people see that, oh, they were lying, they're not worth that much money, and his career is not worth that much. I think maybe, this number is to put a number on how much Justin Baldoni could have made in his career, because I think at this point, his career is really tainted, to put it the least. And who knows, some people in the business is saying that he probably will have really difficulties ever getting a job again. He still doesn't have an agent. His management company kicked him out, remember? And then they're pointing out as well that It Ends With Us did so well in the box office. So why does he really need any more money? Another thing that Wayfair added and pointed out is that Blake Lively used this sham lawsuit because they didn't know about this until now. So they're saying, like I've been saying all the time, if this was a fraud, if this Van Zandt sham lawsuit was not really legal, that looks really bad for them. And then maybe they don't even have those text messages they can use, because then that might not be valid evidence. So it says here that the Wayfarer parties argue that the crime fraud exception applies, permitting the discovery of communication typically protected by privilege. They detail how JonesWorks allegedly obtained Miss Abel's phone data through coercion and misrepresentation and then shared it with Blake Lively. So, they got hold of the phone with this sham lawsuits and a subpoena to get Jennifer Abel's phone legally. Yeah, and Blake Lively's team of lawyers says that that's really normal to do. The Wayfair parties are saying that both JonesWorks and Lively made false representation to the court about how the data was obtained. Yeah, they never actually revealed how they got the data. So I guess you could say that was false representation. This is really interesting. And this is something that I really want to really follow up closely on, because I think this is major. Anyways, you guys, as you know, I spoke about already that I've been dragged into this. I'm in the subpoena. And if you haven't watched that video, I'll leave a link below so you can hear all about how I'm being dragged into this yet again. So yes, thanks for watching my channel, you guys. I really appreciate all your engagement and sending me tips and all that stuff. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Blossom Talk. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.